Hello again, I'm Will Nuckols. Nice to see you all again. I haven't seen you since we met last time in New Orleans. Last time I was talking about marine salvage capabilities in the U.S. and trying to encourage you to talk to the supervisor of salvage in the Navy and sort of look at this problem in that sense in terms of the loss of the platform. Today I'd like to take a different tact at this and talk to you about the use of subcontractors in the oil and gas industry, which is quite pervasive in that industry as is in a number of other industries in the U.S. But to look at this in terms of whether you think it's better for the nation on the whole to have a system of cascading subcontractors, all of which are working ultimately for a lease bid winner, or whether or not a system of vertically integrated expertise in larger companies would ultimately serve the interest of the U.S. better in terms of having better accountability. I think you've seen through some of the other investigative bodies that are going on, there's a massive finger-pointing exercise underway, and I think this, in general, mirrors what happens typically when things go wrong in a series of subcontractors. Those of you familiar with business in general understand that while you can express mandates to your subs, you can't truly manage them in the way you can your own employees. If you do, you get in trouble with the government. So everybody tends to push up to a point, but when things really get controversial, you have to back off legally. You would not have that trouble in a different system. And I just hope you can look at the pluses and minuses of both. Certainly pluses to the subcontractor side, you develop niche experts, I think, which are probably more qualified than they are often in larger systems. But like I say, that comes at a cost. And I hope you can look at the pluses and minuses in that. I'd like to close by talking a little bit about the moratorium that's popped up several times. I too was moved by the people of the Gulf, and they're pleased to try and do things to end the moratorium as soon as possible, and asked you to help with that as much as you could. But I'm not sure that I agree with the tack that's been occurring. The inquiries to Interior, asking them about why they're doing it or how their process is going, might be a bit afield of your mandate. I think the best way to get the moratorium out of the way from your position is to work as fast as possible. And although you have a 6-month window as a delivery date, to look at the option of even moving faster than that, either with a set of interim recommendations or even completing the work in general. I know you're meeting monthly. I hope you entertain the option of meeting more often than that, ramping up the process and trying to get this in early. It doesn't happen very often in D.C. that we do things on time, much less early, but I think your work could possibly be the exception to the rule. Thank you.
Thank you.